I've passed them.
Yes. I'm winning the race now. Count the gray hairs on my head.
You ready?
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to Snackdown. I'm Justin, and this is...
Andy.
And if you hear by the bird chirpings, we're together.
Which is insane, because it's been about 3 months.
Yeah, it's crazy. But we are sitting outside. Obviously, we're still trying to...
Distance
but we're outside, and it's kind of a summery episode, so it's kind of fitting that we're outside.
Just to help paint the picture, we're both wearing masks, and we're also diagonal from each other on a picnic table.
Mm-hmm. And I've saran wrapped Andy just in case, so...
Yeah, that was a little weird.
I was like, do a turn.
Unnecessary, yeah. Do the rotisserie turn.
So, because his arms are stuck in saran wrap, I have to feed him his drinks.
Yeah. Could have gone with a straw, but I guess you're just going to feed me. I guess these drinks are going to be a little chunky, maybe. So maybe
you
a straw
got a little on
work.
your chin there.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So we are getting into forageable cocktails, maybe.
Yeah.
Kind of. I mean, pickable, fresh fruit. Like we're doing that. We're doing that thing. So I think, especially with summer, you got to have some fresh drinks. Right?
Yeah.
You can't be sipping up on your Bumbo with double molasses.
The Bumbo was good.
Yes, but don't double the molasses on it,
No.
especially in the summertime.
Yeah.
But what are we having today?
So, it's summer, it's June, and the fruit of June is a strawberry.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that the thing?
It's the fruit of June. So, we picked some fresh strawberries. Not really. From the grocery store.
You hand selected the freshest strawberries.
I picked it from the shelf tree. Yeah. And we've made a strawberry rhubarb margarita.
Mm-hmm.
And so Kaylin and Andy made a rhubarb compt. Is that how you say it?
Compote?
Strawberry rhubarb compote?
It's not compote.
Compote. Compote.
Compote.
So it's compost without the S.
Exactly. And then you add an E at the end.
Okay. But yeah, so what went into that? Because that's what you have to make first.
So what went into that was equal parts sugar and water, and then about maybe a cup and a half or two of rhubarb stalks, just chopped up into 2-inch pieces. So, And then you bring it up to boil, and then once it hits boil with all of those ingredients in there, then you drop it down to a simmer for about 8 or 10 minutes, and it softens everything and really helps the rhubarb flavor get out into the sugary goodness, and then it's ready to be worked with.
So what's the difference between compt and simple syrup?
You leave the stuff in there. Yeah, I left the rhubarb in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You wouldn't want rosemary necessarily floating around.
Oh, I get it now.
Right?
Yeah.
So I guess that's a good point. The big difference is that you just leave it in there, almost like compost.
Yeah.
You leave it in there.
You give it a stir.
Let's get drinking on this.
Yeah, let's get drinking.
Because this is not going to get any colder.
Andy loaded the rim up with some salt, some big chunks.
Would you like to switch?
No.
Are you a salt
It
guy?
just looks like you set it on the largest setting.
Thank you.
Ooh, it smells really good.
Oh, hell yes.
That's really good.
This is great.
So then it's got the fresh strawberries in there,
Yes.
some ice, and tequila.
And you can't do a margarita without a little bit of lime juice.
Yeah. Now, I don't really taste the tequila much.
I taste the tequila much. I don't taste the rhubarb much. The rhubarb is very subtle, and I think it's overshadowed by the lime.
Yeah, I do taste the tequila now that I'm looking for it. You're right, I don't really taste the rhubarb.
It's an afterthought.
I smell it a little bit, though.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, I agree.
So, what's your favorite summer fruit?
I would say probably blueberries.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I think they're just super tasty, and they go well with pie, and they go well with pretty much everything. Like ice cream. Ever had a blueberry ice cream?
No, I don't get blueberry a lot. We've talked about this a long time ago.
You're like, I don't want organic blueberry ice cream, but give me that blue raspberry ice cream.
Yeah, we talked about this a long time ago about
Yeah.
flavors, but blueberry is not a popular flavor for things.
Shame.
If you get blue in candy, it's usually blue raspberry. Mm-hmm. Blueberry is just kind of I don't know if it's a flavor that's hard to grasp, but it's same in beer. Blueberry beer, when it's done right, it's good, but it's done wrong a lot. I've had some really bad blueberry beers.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to... I think the problem with beer and fruits in beer is that sometimes it can just get so artificial and just syrupy that it doesn't do it justice.
Yeah.
So we might get some guests on the pod today. So earlier today, there were a couple of chipmunks that ran by me, and I was sitting right where I am, and they I think they're in mating season. I'm not sure.
No.
They ran not like just a brush. They like ran hard into my leg and then
Really?
kept running.
Oh, I hope that happens to me.
You hope that?
I love chipmunks.
You're like, I just need animal interaction right now.
I was at my brother's, and there was a rabbit, a little baby bunny that was almost the size of a chipmunk, maybe a little bit bigger. It was the smallest little thing, and it was like bouncing on like a log, and then fell off, and it was
adorable.
Yeah, and I like ran over to find it, and then I couldn't find it.
I'm sorry. Would you like some more?
Yes,
a
please
top
pour
off,
me
if
some
you will.
more.
Goodness.
And I love this because we use fresh strawberries. It's just got the seeds in there. I don't know. It's just got a real good fresh fruit. Fresh fruit. A fresh fruit flavor instead of using like a strawberry liqueur or something like that. You know what I mean?
Can you put in some like medieval flute noises with some hip hop beats? That sounds like it'd be Fresh Flute. The fresh flautist of Bel Air.
And the DJ today is Fresh Flute.
Yeah.
This is really good. So what kind of tequila did you use?
I used Trace tequilas, which is actually 3 tequilas.
Oh, really?
Yep, I had a little bit of Jose Cuervo left over.
Oh.
And then I had another one left over, I think like Casamigos, and then a new one. So
That's funny.
I really had to keep going.
I was like, a blended tequila. I've never heard of that before.
You're like, only at Andy's house.
So back to like favorite fruit. Oh, I just got strawberry on my pants.
What's yours? Strawberries?
I don't know.
Tomato? Because you're like, technically tomato's a fruit.
What goes up a fruit and comes down a vegetable?
What?
Tomato, and it comes down squash. Have you never heard that joke?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I've never heard that joke. That's awesome. I've never heard that. So the ice in this is pretty chunky, would you say?
A little bit, yeah. But I like it. I like it.
It's like granular and spaced out. Spoiler alert, we didn't have a lot of ice. We had like one ice tray for this, and then we've got one ice tray for the next one.
Andy wanted to keep the vibe of my apartment with the the low ice situation.
We wanted to kind of get that half melty vibe too. Yeah. So I actually took the ice and then I left it out for 15 minutes.
So my fruit, I don't know. I think I like blackberries. Yeah, I like raspberries and blackberries a lot. They're good like snacking foods, and I really like them mixed into things.
Well, when it's blackberry season, you should come by.
Yeah. Also, blackberries get huge.
Yeah.
Is a black raspberry a thing, or is black raspberry like blue raspberry?
I don't know. I think that's just a warhead flavor.
I have to look it up now. So, Rubus occidentalis is a species of rubus native to eastern North America. Its common name, black raspberry, is shared with the closely related Western American species, Rubus leucodermis. Other names occasionally used include wild black raspberries, black cap raspberry, thimbleberry, and scotch cap.
I like scotch cap.
I'll take my scotch cap neat.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like a cocktail.
What if you had a scotch and scotch cap?
With a kilt on.
Yeah.
That's a Scottish thing, right?
Yeah.
I feel like it's just like a Highland / Irish / didn't make it over to England.
No.
Yeah.
They're probably like, dresses.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the Scottish and Irish people are all like, milk bathers.
Yeah. Just yelling across the waters.
Yeah. No one can hear each other. Yeah. They just damn each other every now and then.
We drink our milk. We don't wash in it.
Mm-hmm. Do you see all the seeds on the bottom?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that what you were commenting on before? Because they were floating before.
Well, they are floating, but then the majority of them are at the bottom. And they kind of look like mustard seeds a little bit.
Yeah. Gosh, look at my...
Andy's son is waiting at us through the window, and do you think he'll ever listen to these one day?
Yeah.
You think he'll be that interested in what Dad does to listen?
No.
I think he'll listen to one and then be like, huh.
Unless like a horrible...
Unless he thinks we're hilarious.
You want to hear something morbid? I don't think he would unless a horrible tragedy happened to either of us. You know? What was Dad like? Listen to the podcast. Yeah. What was Justin like? Great guy. Listen to the podcast. How sad is it?
It would have to be when he didn't like remember much of you.
Yeah.
So it'd have to be like now. If he was like 40 and you died,
yeah,
he might listen to a few.
I mean, yeah, he kind of could be just like sitting at a table with me. You know?
But now, like if something tragic happened to you now,
yeah,
and say he became like 20, you know, in years,
yeah,
and then was like, Mom, what was Dad like?
You'd be like, well, don't listen to the podcast. Mom's going to try to paint a nicer picture. But yeah, hey, you want your first drink with Dad? listen to the podcast. So that's not going to happen, though.
Hello, Andy's son. We know you're listening.
What's up, bud? Hey, good grades, sport.
We're so proud. You've turned out great.
Wait, did both of us perish in this situation?
Maybe. Snackdown related accident.
This is kind of like a damning conversation.
That's true.
So, hey, sport. Thanks for joining me here. Please turn the cassette over. It's time for Variety Hour with Andy and Justin on side B.
So,
Beep.
In this future, cassette tapes come back?
Yeah. I'm not a hipster right now, but I will be a hipster.
Well, see, like right now, everyone's into vinyl.
Yeah.
So in the future,
it'll be
cassette tapes.
It's already kind of starting to be cassettes.
It's true. Our friend Chris from Trench, the band Trench, they sell cassette tapes.
Yeah.
And then
no one wants a CD right now.
I still buy CDs.
Oh.
Only in the rare occasions, though. Like, if the National puts out a CD, I'll buy it.
Yeah.
I don't have a record player. My mom threw that out. I had this really cool record player that my mom hated. It was like this big, giant suitcase-looking thing, and then you would open up, and you'd pull these two big speakers out of it, and it would fold out into this cool record player. And I had like I had 3 records. I had the Ghostbusters soundtrack, the Rocky IV soundtrack. What was the other one?
How old were you when you got this?
I don't know. Maybe 10.
That's pretty cool.
And I was like, this is cool. And
she was like, you didn't get it new.
My mom said,
right?
if I buy you those on CD, will you throw out the record player?
And what'd you say?
I said, no, this is great. And then one day it was just gone.
Wow. I feel like when you went to, did you ever go to camp as a kid?
No, I didn't like camp.
What?
I never went to camp.
You never went to a camp? How did you not like camp if you never
I think I went to like a day camp or something like that. And I was like, get me out of here.
Why?
I don't like socializing. I like socializing with friends, but if it's like a weird I did go to a camp once. And it was the worst. I went to camp one summer, and I forget how long it was. Maybe a week.
Yeah, I mean most camps are like a week.
Yeah, I hated it.
I loved summer camp. And so here's why I brought up summer camp. Because when we would go to summer camp, my parents would work on projects on the house, and sometimes those projects involved just throwing old stuff away. That was the time that they would throw old stuff away. Not because we had I'm sure I was clinging hard to some old stuff, some stuff in our house. But that's like the opportune time to throw things away.
Yeah.
So maybe your mom was like, look, Justin, I know you don't really like camp, but you got to go to camp. That's when she threw that record player away.
I don't remember when she threw it away.
Yeah. Because she did that on purpose.
Yeah. Oh, wow, that dump truck. It's obviously not a dump truck as it's driving in your yard. Unless he's really lost.
It looks like they're spreading fertilizer. It's a fertilizer truck. He's just gonna kind of keep powering through. So
can we go out there?
Hey! We're trying to do a podcast here.
Yeah. This is more important.
Yeah. We reached dozens of fans.
Yeah. If you're still listening, this year has just been a really bad year for.
It's been an interesting year. I feel like we're in our groove, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, me and Andy are still having fun.
I'm still having a lot of fun.
But it's just been a bad year for like media in general, I think.
Yeah.
For like anyone trying to put out content of some sort, because people are busy in other things, which is rightfully a good thing. I mean, there's lots of important issues going on this year, so.
Do you want to take some time to talk about that?
So right now, there's a lot of
tension
right now. There's a lot of protests going on, and for good reason. The Black Lives Matter movement is,
I'd say it's in full effect, right? We want to wish our deepest sympathies for George Floyd and his family, as well as any other victims of police brutality or other oppressive violence.
Yeah.
I mean, this is something that's been simmering and heating up. They've come to a couple of breaking points over the years, and I think now is just a big time for everyone to recognize. Yeah. I think
since I've been alive, I think this is the biggest, other than back in the 90s with Rodney King, which I wasn't aware of because I was like
6.
Yeah, I was playing outside. This is 5. The biggest moment I've seen in history.
Completely.
And I don't know, I've just been learning a lot, And I think that's not enough to just be not a racist. I think that doesn't help anyone. Like, me not being a racist doesn't really help anyone. I think it helps to speak out, to vote, to donate time, money, and have good conversations with people. Yeah. And I think that's what people have just, I don't know, I've heard a lot about white privilege, and I don't like hearing that I am white privileged because it makes me feel bad about myself just because I don't want to be that. But the truth is that I am, you know?
Right.
And I don't think about it much just because you and I are both not racists.
Right.
So I don't think about it, but that's also a privileged ideal that I don't have to think about it, you know? Mm-hmm. And so I think going forward, I've got to make sure I continue to think about it, and here comes that truck.
Yeah, here comes the fertilizer truck. Things like a freight train. I think a lot of people are getting onto social media, and the easy thing to do on social media is just kind of a bullhorn, right? And just kind of like shout something, either a status update or whatever. And if you're doing it for the right causes, that's great. Mm-hmm. If it's meant to educate, that's great. Yeah. But if you're just saying stuff to just aggravate people, sometimes that's part of the problem. Yeah. I mean, just making sure that if you're going to say something, which we obviously encourage you to do, make sure that you're opening it up for dialogue. Because I think, what is it for other than to change minds? Yeah. Right?
Mm-hmm. I think another problem is, especially in America, when something happens, whether it's something like something like this, a big movement of some sort, or there's a big hurricane or a natural disaster or a shooting of some kind, everyone gets riled up for about a week, and then they move on to something else. And the problem is that this issue has existed for a long time. Yeah. And even in other issues don't start and end in a week. And I think that as this dies down, which it will because of people's attention and apathy, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think honestly, I think tension's rising, and I think it's going to be something that's going to be spanning. I hope that's at least in terms of the intensity. Yeah. I still think it's going to be something that's going to be spanning.
And that's what I hope so. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
I think the problem in the past, for the past 20 years, when anything like this has happened, it dies very quickly. Right. And I think if we're ever going to see change and not do this again in 5 years, 10 years,
it's like going to have staying power.
People need to constantly remember it, especially people that are white, because, again, it's our privilege to kind of forget about it because it's not on the front of our minds. So I think we just, moving forward, have to continue to have these conversations and think of ways that we can help the best. And one of those ways is voting.
Absolutely. I've really, like you said, I've never seen our country and actually in the world so sort of united in it. Mm-hmm. I know it's still a polarizing issue that, well, I'm just going to leave it at it's a polarizing issue.
It is, and it's been an ongoing issue that I think has just been swept under the rug for many, many years.
Yeah. So, to our black listeners and non-listeners, we love you.
Mm-hmm. We do.
I mean, as simple as that. We love you.
And we hope that this world, and America specifically, changes.
And we hope to be part of that change.
And we hope to be part of the change, yeah. And if you are not black, if you're white especially, get out there and try to do something about it.
You know, this conversation, certainly that we're having on Snackdown, sometimes it sounds awkward, right? And I think we're using a lot of verbiage that we're not used to saying, right? I think talking about race and social issues, we're certainly used to reading about it, but it's not something that we always talk about. And so it sometimes comes off awkward. I'm an awkward person. But the thing is, you don't have to get every sort of thing right in order to have a meaningful conversation, right? Yeah. You don't have to get all the verbiage 100% spot on in order to have a meaningful conversation.
Yeah, but I think the conversations need to happen. Yeah. I think people avoid it because it's awkward, especially if you have friends or family and you don't know their opinions, and it's just easier to avoid conversations. Right. I think that avoidance is why this issue has lasted for so long. Sure. So I think people need to have the tough conversations, whether it's awkward or not. Mm-hmm. And I think we need to make sure that change actually does happen, because it's unacceptable that it's been going on for so long.
It's well overdue. Yeah. So, but yeah, thank you for listening. We'll take a break and we'll come back with another drink.
Yeah, we'll take a break, come back with a drink, another summery drink, and stick around.
All right, see you in a bit.
Hey guys, if you like what you hear every week and you're looking to support Snackdown, one of the best ways is just telling your friends. You can also send us suggestions on social media. We always like that. Another way people have supported us is by sending us snacks in the mail. The newest way you can support is going to our Patreon page at www.patreon.com/snackdown, and by doing that, you can get early day releases to episodes. Thanks for all your support. Thanks for listening. Back to the episode. And we're back. And Kaylin's here.
Oh, hey, Kay. What's up? Say hi.
Hi.
Nice. Do you have any bugs on your bugs or creepy crawlies on your microphone?
No.
I had a mite on mine earlier, and then now I've got an inchworm.
So what do we have here, Andy?
So this is a blueberry daiquiri.
I'm so excited because we were just talking about blueberries
Yes.
and how it's not in a lot of things. And
Yes.
blueberry is the fruit of July.
Is it the
Yeah.
official? Did the person who made this list up, is her name Kathy? She seems like a Kathy. Is that
Really?
your mom's name?
It is my mom's name.
Spelled with a C or a K?
Okay.
Sounds like a Kathy with a C sort of thing.
Kathy with the C. Yeah. What would her blog be? Kathy's Summer Tips?
Kathy'sFruits.net. Kathy'sFruits.angelfire.com.
Yeah. GeoCities? Remember that?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's have a little sippy.
Yeah, this looks really good.
Damn. That's
That is
great.
very, very good. Wow.
All right, hold on. Justin's beard and mustache is so overgrown that his mustache is hanging well over his upper lip,
Yep.
and it's impeding your ability to drink today. So much that you had little fangs coming down, like blueberry fangs.
That's what I go for. Nothing says summer like blueberry fangs.
Yes, and inchworms on the mmicrophone,
And Kathy.
and Kathy at GeoCities. So we made the, Kellen and I made this. I was making it, and then she's maybe my Snackdown remote sessions muse in the very least, and certainly whenever you're over. It was really tart and not that sweet, so we added some sugar. We added a little bit of granulated sugar to this. But it's just blueberries, lime juice, rum. I used white rum and ice. It's awesome, right?
So I think that's the hard thing about blueberries is the skins are very tart.
Yeah.
And so I think it's hard to get a good balance of sweetness versus tartness.
Also, blueberries are hard to tell. You can visualize them and see them and be like, okay, those are definitely bad blueberries. But it's tough to tell underripe blueberries.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a crapshoot.
Yeah,
Like
blueberries are very different from berry to berry.
Yeah.
Whereas, if you have a good strawberry, a whole batch of good strawberries, they're
Oh,
all
yeah.
going to be the same, like a universal taste. But blueberry from blueberry to blueberry, from
Blurber.
from blueberry to blueberry,
Blurber.
and especially the small little blueberries are always a lot more tart than the fatter ones.
Yeah. So adding the sugar kind of made them all turn into good blueberries.
This is so good.
Yeah.
And I really like the blueberry flavor. And I think I just like rum drinks just a tad better.
I think this would even blend well with a dark or spiced rum. That would be pretty cool too. We just did a white rum for this one, kind of neutral, good rum flavor. I'm trying not to crush. So this little inchworm, or millimeter worm as we're calling it right now, it's on my finger and I'm just trying not to crush it.
Should we name it?
Sure. What do you want to name it?
I don't know. The Snackster?
Or index.
Oh, yeah.
He's on my index finger.
So when you were a kid,
Yeah.
did you come up with any weird food combinations of any sort?
Like a consistent food combination or just a dare?
Either or, whatever's a better story.
I don't know. I mean, we used to just do the witch's brew or whatever.
Yeah, like mixing all the sodas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would do stuff like that. I mean, I think I used to do a bunch of stuff as a dare for lunch at school. But if no one was there, I wasn't gonna do it. Right? I needed a crowd to be in disgust. I think I did Cheetos and chocolate pudding one time.
Was it good?
I don't know. So
Is it a bee?
no, I think it's a black fly.
Go
Oh no,
away.
where's Index? I don't know where it went. Oh gosh.
We shouldn't have named it.
I've got this pit in my stomach now. Is it on the ground?
It's on your thumb.
Thumbster!
You're all grown up now. You've made it to the end.
Wow. How opposed? That's fantastic.
So that's it. Cheetos. Oh, there's a chipmunk right there.
Yeah, dude, they're getting pretty tame.
Yeah. So when I was a kid, me and my friend Alex would mix Mountain Dew and chocolate milk.
Disgusting. That is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard you say. Why would you do that?
It was, I forget how it got started, but it was a thing that we thought was just great. And so, when I would go to his house, his dad would come home from, Walmart. He's like, I got the chocolate milk and the Mountain Dew, guys. And we're like, yay! And we would have it, at sleepovers.
Would the milk curdle?
Kind of, yeah.
Disgusting.
And I remember at a certain point as we got older, I really stopped liking it. It's really not that great of a drink. It is a weird drink, but I remember we would do it, and I think we were both doing it for the tradition of doing this drink that we did. Does
he live locally?
He lives in Virginia now.
Oh, bummer. We should do it in his honor at some point.
We should. It's not as bad as you would think.
Okay. I mean, I'll take your word on it.
Adds a little bit of carbonation to your chocolate milk.
Look, see?
Yeah, a little chipmunk.
So, this is great. What I would encourage listeners is to either just have a good amount of fresh fruit or frozen fruit on hand in order to just kind of whip one of these up.
Yeah.
In like a treat yourself weeknight or any time on the weekends.
Yeah. Honestly, with summer coming, getting like fresh fruit, you can probably just put some fresh fruit with a little bit of rum and lime juice, and it's probably pretty good.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, like, I'm especially pretty choosy when I'm like eating fresh fruit, right? Like, I'm not going to eat anything that even like looks remotely rotten or bruised or whatever. I wouldn't throw anything rotten in the drinks that we're making. But if anything was like recently bruised, you can throw that in here.
Yep.
Like, what the heck? Like,
that's a good use for like bananas once they start getting past their prime.
Make a banana daiquiri? That sounds right. See, there's your buddy.
Chipmunk. That's a different one.
Here, Chip. What? How do you know that it's a different one?
Slightly different color.
Are you freaking kidding me?
That one looks like a female.
What is wrong with you? Did you know that? How do you know that it's a female? Are they like paler?
I think so. I don't know. Just a paler color looks like a female.
You're just making shit up.
Doesn't it, though?
You're like, I don't know. She has nurturing eyes. That one went down way smooth.
This was so delicious.
Mm-hmm.
What we should have done is saved the dregs and mixed both drinks.
Mm.
Could have been probably pretty gross.
It probably would have been pretty good.
Strawberry, rhubarb, blueberry daiquiri.
Maybe not with tequila and rum.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like a lot of alcohols mix, like we've done vodka and rum.
Yeah.
But I feel like tequila and rum doesn't really... I don't think we've ever mixed those two together.
Is it common? I'm looking for things that have tequila and rum in them. Okay. A Mai Tai. A Mai Tai does. Not just a Mai Tai. A Mai Tai margarita. And then a tequila lime mojitoria cocktail.
I don't have any service.
What?
Because I was going to look up the difference between male and female chipmunk coloring.
Okay, so here's how you can tell the difference between a female and a male chipmunk. The features can be found towards the end of the chipmunk and will appear as two distinct bumps. The males have two bumps, about 1 centimeter apart from each other, and in females, the bumps are touching each other.
So they both have bumps?
Yes. The males are just 1 centimeter from each other.
Interesting. So the pale color had nothing to do with it?
No. Maybe that chipmunk that was right there was a male, and he had nourishing fatherhood eyes.
Maybe.
I think men can be nourishing.
Your father? Are you nourishing?
Sometimes. Does that mean I'm making dinner? Is that like... Because, yeah, I make dinner a lot.
I think so.
The literal sense of nourishing?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm nourishing. I'm a nourishing dad.
Do you inject protein and fiber into your children as nourishment?
It's like my night to make dinner, and I'm just like, okay, Soylent again.
Yeah. Bringing that up, I've actually been on a Soylent. I've really been craving Soylent.
Why?
I have no idea. But like for a week. I actually looked for it at Wegmans, and we don't sell it, but...
Honestly, just buy a bunch of Ensures. It kind of tasted like Ensure.
It was better than Ensure.
Agree to disagree. I don't think it was better.
Really?
Yeah.
I've had a weird craving for Soylent, though. And if you're wondering why, listen to episode 7.
How did you know the episode, though?
I know all this stuff.
What episode was the Bumbo episode?
Bumbo, episode 25.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah, episode 25. It was the pirate episode.
Okay. When was Donut Weather?
That's a tough one. 36.
Close. 33. When was the Apple Gauntlet?
That's a tough one. It's around the same time. I'm going to say 36 because you were just tricking me.
Nope, 26.
Dang it. I don't know.
When was the pizza episode with Scott?
Pizza with Scott, 23.
Very close. 22.
Dang it.
I mean, that's close, man. What was the only one that I missed?
The only one you missed was episode 48.
That's true.
Yeah. That was delicious.
So these were like perfect for today. So for people who don't live in central New York, it gets kind of cloudy and dreary here sometimes. Mm-hmm. But for these drinks, for the strawberry, rhubarb, margarita, And for the blueberry daiquiri, I mean, this is like a nice sunny day. The birds are chirping. The chipmunks are chipping.
They're spreading the seed in the fields.
The cardinals are cardining.
The inchworms are inching.
The inchworms, which I don't know where he is now.
Yeah, we should never have named him.
Yeah. But yeah, these were perfect drinks.
Yeah, they were perfect drinks. They were delicious. Great for a backyard garden summer party.
Oh, yeah. I feel like if you add the word garden to the backyard, it kind of makes it seem like what it's not.
Yeah.
It's pretty rustic.
But there's a difference between if you say summer party or like a backyard party, or you say a garden party, it's like elevated in your mind as like something more elegant if you say a garden party. A garden party is like someone with, like, you would hire, like, waiters to walk around with dishes of champagne or hors d'oeuvres if you were at a garden party.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, wait. So, earlier, Kaylin said you should have used agave syrup. Which one? Which drink?
For the second one. She was thinking.
The second one. Why?
Dude, you got me. You know, honestly, when we first tried it, so I did try it because we did have to add sugar to it. So, when we tried it inside a little bit, the granulated sugar was still very present. It wasn't dissolved.
Okay.
I think that's why she mentioned agave syrup.
Yeah. I've never heard of agave syrup in something that didn't have tequila, though.
Me neither. But I don't think it would have been bad.
Maybe we could try it.
Let's do it again.
Yeah.
Let's wait for the ice. What have you got going on this weekend?
This weekend? Nothing.
You should go camping. I've got a place that Justin can camp.
Yeah, I can camp on Andy's back 40.
You should.
I should.
If you want to. And if you need a dinner, and if you don't have a dinner, you can use my salmon gumbo thing.
Salmon
you still
chowder?
Have it? Yeah. I got 2 of them. Right.
I thought Kaylin was going to eat one of them.
She ate a bite of mine and said, no thanks. Yeah, I think, I think I was disappointed because...
well, you've been smoking salmon.
Yeah.
So when you taste...
I've only smoked it once.
But still,
salmon,
you know what it should taste like.
Yeah. I bet the chili would have been better. The chocolate chili.
It wasn't great.
No, the chocolate chili.
Oh, the one bison? Neither of us had.
Yeah. The one that was like sold out. Mm-hmm. But, dude, you should go camping this weekend.
What if you, as a company, made a flavor that was always sold out because it didn't exist? Do you think that's a marketing ploy? Would
that be solely to pump your numbers?
Well, you could be like, wow, they have like a really good flavor. That one's always sold out.
Yeah.
These other ones must be pretty good, even though they're not as good as that one.
So you're kind of giving yourself clout, right?
Yeah.
You're kind of injecting your own
It's
clout.
like, so you know those breweries that only put out like a certain amount of beer? Yeah. It's like that, only never ever releasing it. Always saying that it was sold out. So it's so unattainable that you could never get it.
It's so unattainable that no one can get it.
Yeah, exactly.
No one's ever had it. Name a beer that would be sold out. What would it be?
I don't know.
I've got one. You ready for it?
Yeah.
Russian Imperial Maple Pecan Pie Stout.
Wow.
You're never going to get it.
Sign me up. Sorry, it's already been sold out.
But you just put the sign up. Yeah, we know.
But then if something sells out that quickly, you think that brewery must be doing something right. So you try some of their other stuff.
Yes. Make up another one.
Strawberry rhubarb.
No.
Popcorn IPA.
Oh, here we go. I'm on the edge of my seat. Strawberry rhubarb popcorn IPA.
Yeah, it's a little
Did you do
salty.
popcorn because it's kind of...
I was trying to think of something salty. Maybe smoked salmon sour.
Disgusting.
Yeah, gross. But it's sold out. You can't ever try it.
Yeah, I feel like that kind of breaches believability.
Yeah. What if you made some sort of cereal beer, like out of like cereal? You know how they like oatmeal beer, oatmeal stouts? What if you added like a little like a Captain Crunch coffee oatmeal stout?
No. Okay, here we go. Cocoa Puffs Milk Stout.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but it's sold out.
Sold out. Sorry.
But try one of our other 10 beers.
Yeah. Or if you want something refreshing, a Oreo O's vanilla sour?
Ew. Vanilla sour together doesn't go. Just think of like sour milk.
Yeah, well, it's sold out, so you'd never be able to know if it went or not.
It must have been good, though.
You'd never be able to know if it went or not, but damn it, it went.
It's kind of like our high-tier Patreons that just went right off the...
Yeah, you can't get them.
You can't get them there.
1 for 1, they're gone.
Yeah.
The 250, you're just going to have to stick
As
with
I
the
was
$1 or
typing
$2.
what was in that, existed in that tier, it was
Someone
gone.
snatched them right up.
Yeah. So what was your favorite? So you said your summer fruit is a blueberry.
Yeah. But my drink was a strawberry rhubarb margarita.
You are a margarita person.
I'm a tequila guy.
Yeah, I was going to say. So from doing this show over a year now, which is crazy, you tend to like the tequila drinks, for one, and you also tend to like drinks that have salted rims.
Heck yeah.
So I kind of figured you would go for that one, although I think the blueberry one had a better flavor.
Really?
I do. I think I've had so many things that are strawberry. They all kind of like blend together in my memory.
Literally?
Whereas I feel like, yeah, literally. But I feel like the blueberry is pretty unique. And it has a really good flavor. And I think by adding the sugar, you kind of dulled the tartness and just kind of rounded it out really well. And plus I like the rum.
You know what would have been amazing? So if you
Blueberry rhubarb? A blue barb?
Ugh. Don't say blue barb. That sounds like something you definitely did by accident.
Yeah.
Oh, I just had a blue barb. If you took this blueberry daiquiri and crumbled a ton of graham cracker on top,
Oof.
it could have been like a blueberry pie.
Yeah.
That would have been amazing, right?
Yeah, if you added some sort of like breading to it somehow.
Yeah. I recommend anyone else does that. Like
Maybe a graham crapper. Graham crapper.
Oh, I just blue barbed myself on the graham crapper.
Maybe a graham cracker rim.
Yeah, honestly. So you could do like the rim with like hit the rim with like a little bit of corn syrup, and then it'll also stay pretty dry at that point, and then dip it in graham cracker crumbles.
Yeah, I think that would be good.
Bummer.
But yeah, I think both of them were good. I wish I tasted the rhubarb a little bit more in the first one.
Yeah.
I think that's why I chose the second one, because I feel like I tasted everything that was supposed to be there.
Okay, so what would you pay for each one of these in their assumed freshness, right? Like we had it. What would you pay for that at a bar?
I think they're both around $9.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You put the crumble on that?
Put the crumble on it, maybe 10.
Thinking 11. Thinking 11 for that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, oh my gosh, we got to do that again. Maybe an off the pod sort of bonfire night.
Yeah.
But blueberry daiquiri with graham cracker crumbles.
Yeah, that's good. Cool.
Well, you're welcome.
Yeah, so this was all Andy's
snack
idea,
back.
both of these.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Sometimes I think I'm talking to Andy in his sleep.
I think you're right. Oh, because you kind of mentioned doing like a sort of a smoothie thing.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, we kind of tried to look up like a frozen smoothie sort of, or like milkshake, boozy milkshake sort of thing. And we came up with beer floats, right?
Yeah, so 2 weeks ago we came up with beer floats, and it had started from trying to do boozy milkshakes.
Uh-huh.
And some of those required a lot of ingredients, so it's tough to do separate, because then we'd both have to buy everything, so it's like double the money. But then it came to this week, and Andy's like, why don't we do like boozy smoothies or boozy milkshakes? I'm like, that's exactly what we did 2 weeks ago.
Yes, but then it panned out.
And we came up with, we were thinking summer, fruit, and these were both delicious.
Yeah.
I think of all the margaritas we've had, I think this is my favorite. We've had a couple plain margaritas, and we had that Christmas snowstorm.
I would say...
But this was delicious.
I would say I agree. I wish we put... I wish it had a little more rhubarb flavor.
Yeah.
So what I might do in the future when I make this again is I might not double, but probably add 50% more rhubarb.
Mm-hmm. Rhubarb is an interesting flavor. Are you a rhubarb pie fan?
I'm definitely a rhubarb pie fan.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah. I don't think I've had rhubarb in many other contexts.
Yeah.
It's very tart, though. And it's like a unique way. Not like tart like lemon, but it's got a tart, not bitter, but it's got its own unique flavor.
Yeah.
And I think I've only ever had it in a pie context.
I think some people, this is similar, but some people will just take a rhubarb stick. Is that what it is? Stalk. There we go. A rhubarb stalk, and then just wet it and then dip it in sugar.
Really?
Yeah.
And just eat it raw?
Yeah.
So you can't eat the leaves raw, but you can eat the stem raw.
Yeah. Stalk.
The stalk.
Yeah. I think the people that do that are called rhubarb stalkers. So, well, anyway, thanks for listening. I hope you're able to find peace right now.
Yeah.
We encourage it. You got to take care of yourself. You got to take care of your mental health. Mm-hmm. We're kind of in the long stretch, especially since the COVID stuff started, and then certainly with the social unrest that's going on. Really make sure that make sure you're taking care of your causes and the well-being of humanity, but really make sure that you're pausing and taking care of yourself. Yeah,
2020 has been kind of a crazy year.
Yeah.
So just make sure you're taking care of yourself, and also don't forget to take care of other people.
We're just leading to take care of yourselves and each other?
No, I was just...
Oh, just a separate...
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Okay, I thought you
you want to make sure your mental health is good. You want to make sure, if you get too wrapped up in things, I think stress is a bad thing for people.
Yeah.
But also, you don't want to forget that there's a lot of people out there that need things. And there's a lot of people in pain, and there's a lot of unrest. So
stress is a motivator, and I don't know, I think of it during my liberal arts college career, but there's two different types of stress, and one is eustress, and the other is distress. And eustress helps you work on things and finish projects and kind of stay on your game, and distress makes you fall apart. So make sure that you're kind of keeping that in check, and you get a big hug from the guys from Snackdown.
Yep.
So, but thanks for listening.
And
and each other? No, hold on. My wires are crossed.
But make sure, thank you for listening, but make sure you're listening to everyone around you.
Yeah.
You know? There's a lot of people that have things to say, and make sure you're having good conversations. I think that's what we need most in this country, is just to have good conversations. Mm-hmm. Not destructive conversations, but constructive conversations.
Yeah, not living in little silos and not shouting matches. So
cool. And thanks for listening, and take care of each other.
And yourselves.
That's backwards, right?
It's so we don't get sued.
Yeah.
Got to mix it up every once in a while.
We got that email last week.
Yeah, from Jerry Springer himself.
Yeah. Jerry Springer at GeoCities.
Yeah. Jerry Springer, Kathy's friend at geocities.com.
All right.
Nice.
Thanks for listening today. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and you can find this episode and others like it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, YouTube, and a bunch of other places. And you can go to our website, www.snackdownpod.com, and you can support us at patreon.com/snackdown. You can call us and leave us a voicemail at 315-313-5456. Yeah, thanks. Enjoy the summer. Make a summer drink. Have a garden party. Even if it's not in a garden, label it a garden party. More people will come, probably.
And yeah, we're going to be played out by a new track by Fresh Flute.
Yep, Fresh Flute.
All right. See you later, guys.
See you later, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Does it have touching bumps?
1 centimeter apart, just like the good Lord made you.
Yeah.